welcome back to my channel. And I know I've taken a long hiatus and I'm sorry about that. I'm just popping in to do a quick updated palette collection because this is sort of the way I keep track of my palettes. It will be a 6-part video, 5 of which will be eyeshadow, and the last one will be face palettes or mixed palettes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hi, Mary, and welcome back to the 4th part of my palette collection. So we will go ahead and get started. This is eyeshadows, and this is from my 4th bin of eyeshadows, or 4th set of drawers of eyeshadows. So we'll go ahead and get started without further ado. So first I have my Odin's Eye palettes. This is the mini Erd palette, and it looks like that. I really enjoy this. This is my favorite of the mini sized palettes. And then this is Verdandi, the mini Verdandi, and it is right here. I like that one because it has like some more basic colors. And this is the Scold, and this one's an all shimmer palette. So I don't use this one alone a lot. Occasionally I want an all shimmer look, but for the most part I don't use that one alone. And then let's see, next I have the Alva 2 Mini Forest palette. So this one is the one that everyone says looks like Zelda, and I tend to agree. Yes, but I call it like also Zelda palette. And then this is the Alva 2 Mini Ocean palette. I love the blues in here, they're really nice. And I like the silvery color over here on this half of the split pan as well. And then this is the Alva 2 Mini Sky palette. And it looks like this. This one to me doesn't look super sky, but whatever. I mean, I do like the color story, so that's the main thing. And yes, I had to get the whole set of those just because the completionist in me told me to. Next, I have the Norns palette. So this is the one that goes with those 3 mini Erd, Scold, and Verdandi. But yeah, this is a really nice low palette as well. Really like this one up here, and then the whole bottom row. And I actually really like this blue or tealy color over here as well. And then this is the Gila palette with Angelica Nyquist. And that's the color story. I've done several looks with this palette. I really like it. I like to use some of the greens with some of the pinks. I also really like this one, which is I think the multi-chrome in the palette. It's just a really nice color. So it's just a really nice palette. I really enjoy using this. In fact, I want to pull it out pretty soon and use it again. So just received my last 2 palettes that I had mentioned, and I'm going to insert them with the rest of my Odin's Eye palettes. But first we have the Christmas Eve palette, and that one looks like this. I literally just got it this morning, so haven't had the time to do anything with it. And then the second one I have is the Merry Christmas palette. Also obviously just got this one this morning, like literally within the last 15 minutes. So haven't had time to do anything with it, but both of them are so beautiful. Super happy I was able to pick them up on pre-order. And so yeah, let's see. And then let's see. Okay, so next I have a few palettes from Midas. I know Midas is no longer in existence, but I am a collector of eyeshadow, so I will not be getting rid of any of my palettes. Let's see, this is the Midas Cosmetics Artistry Volume 1.2. which looks like this. And then this is the Midas Artistry Palette Volume 1. I got these both in a mystery box, which is why I have them both. Otherwise I only had one, but there's that one. So just to compare them. So one is on top and 1.2 is on the bottom. They're very, very similar. One's just slightly darker than the other. And then I have the Midas Cosmetics X Drench Cosmetics Genesis palette. This is definitely my favorite Midas palette that I own. I only own 4 of those, so you know, 2 of which are basically duplicates of each other, but that's okay. And then this is just a really nice palette. It's nice and grungy, and actually this is good for the season coming up at Christmas and stuff, in my opinion. Then I have the Midas Smoky Glow palette. Looks like this. I love this palette as well. It's straight up my color story. Some of the shades don't perform great, but they aren't awful either, so definitely keep this one around. Then in this particular drawer, these are the last 4 palettes I have. So this is this Lunar Beauty Strawberry Dream. This shadow broke when I was opening it for the first time, and actually I did it on an older video. I think you can probably still find it, but yeah, that one broke when I was opening it, so I haven't really used this palette much because that sort of deters me. I'm considering buying a new one of these. So this is the Strawberry Dream. Next I have the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette, and it just looks like this. I really like the color story. I haven't actually gotten around to using it. I just got it maybe a couple months ago in a BoxyCharm, but really like the color story. This is the Lunar Beauty Moonspell Volume 2. I love the cover art on these palettes, and I think for purposes of this I'll hold it this way. This is what it looks like, and it is beautiful. I love the color story in here, and I love the quality of this. I know some people didn't, but I really do. Then finally I have the old Life's a Drag palette. This one I also got out of a box, but I do like the fact that it has both neutral and colorful with a couple shimmers in the center. The second drawer in this set of drawers has some random mixed palettes first. We'll start here. So this is the Lorac Pro Palette Artist Edition Meraki. Probably pronouncing that terribly wrong, but this is what it looks like. And unfortunately all the colors are on this little thing, so I have to keep that. And then let's see. Next I have the Beauty Crop Dawn Gazing palette, and it just looks like this. Obviously has a pressed glitter right there. Very nice. Next is this beauty. I think all these came out of boxes, these 5 that I'm talking about. This is the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed. That's the color story there. I like this, a nice cool tone color story. I've used it a couple times. Enjoy it. This is the Ditto Venus Palette Limited Edition. Love the cover art, and then love the textures of these. I think that they perform okay, not the best, not the worst, but definitely enjoy it. And then this is Eloise the Queen. I love the color art on that as well. And there's a color story. I think I've used this palette like once. It's not a bad palette. I do enjoy it. couple unearthly palettes. So first I have the Fairy Frolic palette, and these used to be an alien, but there is that. And then I have the Sleepover palette, and I'm pretty sure you can tell why I have this. I love this cover story. It's really sweet. I've used it at least once. And then in this particular drawer in the set, the final brand I have is Glamlight. So I have the Glamlight Pie palette. Here she is. And I have the Dirty Martini. And there we go. And then the Chocolate Martini. I have all four of these palettes. The Margarita. And the Wine. Then I have the original Michaela palette. I love all the like little thingies in there. And there's a color star there. I'm probably will get the other Michaela palette, but there are several other palettes I want to get first. But yeah. Then I have the Glamlight Ice Cream Dream palette. I also love how the sprinkles move around. And then, oops, there we go. That's what that one looks like. And then I have the Glamlight Cake palette. And oops, this is what she looks like. And that's why I have the second drawer of the 3-drawer series. Let's see. And then, let's see, so the third drawer in this set, first brand I have is the Adept Cosmetics. So I have Kodan. And I have Ninhydrin. And Plain Jane. The original Plain Jane. I really enjoyed these palettes. I tend to not use them alone because they're mainly shimmer, but I do enjoy them. Let's see. Then I have 3 Sugar Drizzle palettes. The first is Dragonfly Warrior. It's a little smaller than the other two that I have. There we go. And then this next one is the Butterfly Sugar Drizzle. And then the third one is the Frosty Flamingo by Sugar Drizzle. And this is definitely my favorite of the 3. I'm sure you can't tell why. And then I have a whole pile here from Ace Beauté, and that's this, the rest of the remainder of this video. So first I have this little Ace Beauté Grandiose palette. I got this out of a box. And then I got this Ace Beauté Scarlet Dusk palette. Got this out of a box. And then Ace Beauté Falling For You. Got this out of a box. This is their newer formula. I don't know about either the other two. I mean, I know that the Grandiose is the old palette, but I'm not sure about their formula. I'm not sure about Scarlet Dusk. And then this is the new formula, Ace Beauté Blossom Passion. Ace Ace Beauté Paradise Fallen, also the new formula. Bought these off of their website. And then Ace Beauté Tropical Vibes, also their new formula. Love this palette, love the color story. And then Ace Beauté Nostalgia. This I got out of a box. I think this is their old formula. And then Ace Beauté Quintessential palette. I know this is their old formula. There are actually shades that are somewhere between this and the Grandiose. There have I think 6 of the same shadows. Oops, just stuck my finger in something. But yeah, so just so that you're aware of that. And then finally, this is Ace Beauté Floral Vintage. This is their new formula as well. And I think this was originally either, I want to say an Ipsy exclusive. I could be wrong. I want to say that that's correct. So in any case, that is this video. So this is 4 of 6. So I have I will be back in a little bit to film my last one, and yeah, we'll go from there.